Have you reached midlife and feel like a shadow of your former self? Do you feel like the best years of your life have passed you by? Well, you're not alone. In a survey of 1,100 women, we found that 96% of the women felt unprepared for menopause, and 2/3 of them felt robbed of life as they knew it once menopause hit them.
The symptoms I was going through, I had terrible hot flushes, panic attacks, anxiety, hot sweats.
I hadn't slept for 2 years.
I had a lot of brain fog, which really was detrimental to the type of work I was doing, because you have to be focused, and I could not stay focused.
The good news is that we can bust that myth that menopause is the end of life as you knew it. Instead, you can have what I call a midlife refuel and get back to feeling like a normal, vibrant woman again. My name is Marion Stewart. I'm often referred to as the pioneer of the natural menopause movement because my team and I have helped hundreds of thousands of women to overcome their symptoms. I'm going to show you how to dance off the pounds and nourish yourself with Mother Nature's hormones, which can be found in our food, as well as give you tips to reclaim your well-being so that you can be the very best version of yourself. Coming up, I'm going to explain about some of the tried and tested ways to manage your menopause naturally, all based on published medical research. And I've invited some women to talk about their own personal experiences in a really frank way. And I've also got some other experts joining me to help you get a better understanding about what's going on in your body at the time of menopause. And before we wrap up, I'm going to leave you with some of my top tried and tested tips to help you overcome your symptoms. Being bowled over by our hormones in midlife can have a disastrous effect on our self-esteem, as well as our relationships and our ability to perform in the workplace. The Mayo Clinic survey in 2019 showed that only 7% of doctors and gynecologists feel adequately educated to help women going through menopause. But there's so much good research to show that women can navigate this transition, and they really don't need to go on suffering. But they don't know that. They just need to be armed with knowledge. Let's begin by meeting women who are finding their menopause a huge challenge.
A combination of confusion and lack of focus and inability to remember anything. And the other one was menopausal acne. And the combination of the two really was quite distressing.
I was having, up to about 10 flushes a day and through the night as well. I mean, there was some nights when I was absolutely soaking wet and I'd have to change the sheets.
Some days I'd wake up and have a dark cloud over me, and that feeling of just not wanting to get out of bed and go out the front door.
The doctor, hadn't recognised my symptoms and I had asked them several times, and I went to my GP, am I suffering from menopause or perimenopause at the time? And they said, oh no, you're too young. But, I was about 48 when I felt different.
It's possible to make some dietary and lifestyle changes that will help you feel great again. And that is why I am so excited about this series. As you can see, by making dietary and lifestyle changes, you can overcome your symptoms without taking drugs or hormones. But before we get into the nitty-gritty of how you do that, I wanted to focus on the ABCs of menopause. And I'm delighted to be joined by Dr. Emanuela Waller, who is a gynecologist and has been practicing for many years. And she's going to answer a very key question. So, Dr. Emanuela, thank you so much for joining us. My key question is, what is going on in a woman's body when she gets to menopause?
That's a great question, and a lot is going on during menopause. You see, we are born with millions of eggs, but as time goes by, we lose all those eggs until we run out, and it's called menopause. From one day to the other, no more estrogen, no more progesterone. So women feel miserable and having hot flashes, night sweats, interrupted sleep, low libido, painful intercourse, and that's really a problem.
Yeah, absolutely. And other symptoms like brain fog and anxiety and all sorts. It's like some women describe themselves as having been possessed by an alien. I don't know if you probably hear that in your practice as well.
I've experienced that in my practice.
So we talk about hormone replacement therapy as a solution for menopause, but there are other ways as a natural approach, and I wonder how you feel about that as an experienced doctor.
Well, I'm a traditionally trained gynecologist, but I have a special interest in functional and integrative medicine. Therefore, I love to recommend natural approach with the right supplements, the right lifestyle changes, yoga, meditation, an organic, nutritious diet, aiming for 8 hours of sleep, and of course, acupuncture.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.